What's up, everybody? Dev Del Molino back here today, on my way back from work. What are we drinking today? Soy London Fog tea latte today. Yeah, that's good shit. Anyways, I'm bringing you guys a video today because just a couple days ago I was at the Smino concert out at the Columbia City Theater, and thus I thought we could do a quick concert review of this concert that I went to and the Noname concert that I went to back in February. The Noname concert has a lot of similarities to the one I saw a couple days ago, so I figured I'd talk about them both and let you guys know what I'm thinking. Now, originally I wasn't planning to review this Smino concert. I was kind of just going out to support, but after what I saw, I had to make sure that I hopped on here and let you guys know what I thought, because this may have been the best concert I've been to this year. Real talk, I was very impressed and pleasantly surprised for sure. So I did show up fashionably late. I wasn't really all that interested in the openers that were coming in. The only one I was really interested in was John Doe, the singer that you may know from certain Isaiah Rashad songs or Chance the Rapper songs, Noname. I have not heard really any of her solo material, but of course, since I knew the name, I was interested and wanted to make sure I was there for her set. And to be honest, her performance was just okay in my opinion. Her stage presence was pretty good though. I did find myself interested in watching her perform. The music itself didn't necessarily grab me or motivate me a ton. And so from there, we get to the Smino portion of the concert. He is obviously the headliner of this Swanita tour, coming fresh off of the Black Swan album. So I reviewed this album actually a couple months ago in my last multi-review, and if you guys watched that video, you would remember that I thought overall it was good. I was impressed with some of the things that I saw. There just weren't enough great moments on the album to kind of keep it afloat amongst like 19 songs or so of just good tracks. If you want to know my full thoughts, you can definitely check out that last multi-review and you'll see what I have to say. But the most impressive part of this concert by far was the fact that attending the concert and listening to these songs live and how he and his band performed them changed a lot of what I thought about some of these songs, whether I initially thought they were meh or I thought they were good or great. It really fleshed out each of these songs in a way that kind of made me listen to them a little bit differently, because as I just mentioned, he actually brought out a full band, drums, guitars, keyboards, backup singers, the full nine. And I'll tell you for sure, you know, the band wasn't just for show. You noticed a lot more flavors and notes kind of coming out of the music, hearing the keyboards, hearing the drums. They took the opportunity to kind of bring out the flavors within the music that you don't really hear just in your headphones and that you don't really just get out of a production studio. It really did make me feel like it was worth my time, my money, to go out and watch these guys perform. I felt like I was getting something exclusive by going and supporting this music. And that's how concerts should be. You should be getting something out of going and paying to see them perform that you wouldn't get by just listening to these songs by yourself. And it wasn't just the band. Smino really tied everything together in a way that kind of made me realize his talent as a performer. Another element to this concert helping me kind of enjoy the music more once I've now gone back and re-listened to the album. Not only was the band helping flesh out the instrumentals, Smino's performance of these songs were usually so characteristic, they were so fun, they were animated, they were energetic in a way that helped me put a face and a performance to these songs. So now when I go back and listen to them, I get another dimension in imagining him perform these songs as I'm listening to them. A really good example is the song Anita, the lead single off of this Black Swan album, and his most popular song to date. I was surprised in the fact that this was like the second song that he played. I was assuming that this was the song he was gonna hold out for and play at the end, but no, he played one song and got right into his biggest track, which I thought was kind of an ambitious decision. One of the things that I initially liked about that song was you could kind of tell there was some character in those vocals on the chorus, and the way that he kind of belts them out. He's very impassioned in the way that he performs them on the track. Well, in the live performance of this song, kind of just like I imagined it to be, you watch him on stage and he's really going for it on these vocals. And just in the way that he was performing them, really being animated with the way that he performed the song, he was feeding so much energy into the crowd. It was just so easy to reciprocate that energy right back. This is a song that the entire crowd is gonna know the chorus to, because that's the kind of chorus that it is. And it's this kind of continuous loop, and that's the kind of healthy balance that you want between the performer and the crowd when you are watching these performances. He also took a moment to do a couple homage tracks from Nelly, being that he is from St. Louis. Easy and recognizable music for us to get lit to, and it helped balance some of the more quieter moments that he played on both ends of those Nelly songs to kind of sustain some energy in the crowd. I always like when artists perform other artists' songs on stage, you know, something else fun, something that the crowd's not necessarily expecting. Definitely an easy way to have a bit of a more creative set list. And so yeah, like I said, man, I was honestly very impressed with everything that I saw. I'm not kidding. I think this was the best concert I've been to all year long. So yeah, big props to Smino. If you haven't checked out the Black Swan album, I would definitely tell you to give that a try. Go support that man. Make sure he comes back to Seattle for a bigger tour. And when he does, go and see that concert. This man gets a feels great out of Feels Good from your boy Dev Del Molino. Moving on to the Noname concert. The reason I'm talking about this one is because I know a lot of you guys really like Noname. So I just wanted to supplement, you know, this content with a little bonus review of another concert that I saw back in like February, actually, is when she came to Seattle. This was at the Crocodile, downtown Seattle. She came with Raven Lene, who she's touring with. Her keyboardist Akenya was there as well. My guy, a local dude, Mr. Nice Nice Nice, came in for a little surprise set. Always dope to see him at a concert. Side note on Mr. Nice Nice, dude came out in roller skates and was like performing on roller skates, which was sick. Raven Lene was also an opener, another Chicago artist, singer. She's kind of another one of those artists that you see kind of commonly featured on some of the bigger Chicagoan artists' music. Honestly, don't really remember a ton about her concert. It wasn't bad, but what we really came to see was Noname Gypsy. And one of the biggest similarities between her concert and the Smino concert was the fact that she also had a live band, drums, bass, guitar, keyboards, backup singers. She comes out on stage, and what was prepared for her was kind of this twill nightstand sitting in the center of the stage. On top of the twill nightstand, there was a funky little lamp, and then also on our little nightstand was a bottle of Hennessy and a cup of ice. Noname comes out, does her thing. Her whole set was really just in the pocket. She doesn't really have music that has any sort of crazy energy to it, but that definitely wasn't necessary because she was doing an excellent job of being intimate with the crowd. Everything she did was just solid, fun to watch. She has a lot of personality up there. She herself is fun and interesting to watch perform. I was invested in everything that she was doing from point A to point Z. And I wouldn't say that I got so much development in the music from watching the live band in the same way that I did at the Smino concert, but it definitely was a nice accessory, a nice touch to have in the show. And her music does really well with the backup singers and the extra little notes in the keyboards and, you know, all that good stuff. One of the funnier moments was when she kind of stepped off stage for a little bit, and then she comes out for the next like 3 or 4 songs in this like shiny sequin cape, like hella Bootsy Collins style with these big huge glasses, and it had her name embroidered on the back of the cape, and it was just so like perfectly extra, and like and it speaks to the big personality that she had on stage, and was one of the big reasons why it was so fun to watch her perform. Again, another really good concert. Gets a feels good out of Feels Good. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys today. With that being said, I have a few videos coming out for you guys very soon. I'm already working on and editing another multi-review. And in the near future, we have a Lil Yachty album coming out. We got a Vince Staples record coming out, and just announced SZA's album is also going to be out very soon. So be on the lookout for those. Be on the lookout for my opinion on those. And I will just have to catch you on the next review, okay? Dev Del Molino, out.